If you've been playing the guitar for any length of time, I'm sure you're familiar with this. It's of course the minor pentatonic scale, and you're probably using it in a blues context. If you're a bit more advanced, maybe you're playing the blues scale, and we'll get to that in just a second. But usually this is it. This is what guitarists do when it comes to playing the blues. And it's such a shame because there are so many other juicy and tasty sounds that we can have by simply adding notes to the pentatonic. Before we dive in, let's make sure we're all on the same page. I'll be using A minor pentatonic on the 5th fret of the 6th string. The first note we're adding to the minor pentatonic scale is the flat 9 or minor 2nd. It's a note right above the root, so in the case of A, it will be B flat. It's, out of all the notes we look at today, maybe the most peculiar one, but it's also very exotic and beautiful. And if I add it to the basic pattern in A minor, it will look something like this. Again, very beautiful. One great way of using this note is by adding that extra edge to the root of any lick. So if I'm playing something like this, I get to the root and I can kind of extend its purpose for just a little while. Next up is the major 2nd. The note is B if we are in the key of A, and it's a bit of a hard note to pull off when you're actually improvising over true 1-4-5 blues progressions. Other than that, it's a beautiful sound, and it's really helped by adding other notes on top of it, such as the major 3rd and the major 6th, which we'll look at in just a moment. If I add the B to the standard pattern, it will look like this. You can hear the sound shift from the strict pentatonic more towards a diatonic minor scale. The reason is that we get our half step back between the minor 3rd and the 2nd. So you get this mellower sound. Again, if you have a hard time implementing it right away, wait until we get more notes added and it will really bloom into beautiful existence. It's time we talk about thirds. We all know that the basic chord of the blues is the dominant 7th chord, a major chord with a minor 7th. In the key of A, that chord is A7th. And this chord has a major 3rd, C sharp, and yet, for reasons beyond the scope of today's video, we improvise over it with a minor scale, with a minor 3rd, C natural. And it works great, but how about we embrace the chord a little more by having a major 3rd in accordance with the major 3rd in the chord. It turns out that's a great idea, and we can actually have a minor pentatonic scale where we replace the minor 3rd with a major 3rd, and it sounds like this. Very beautiful and sunny and open. Even more interestingly, we can actually have both thirds working at the same time, minor and major at once. And this is what it will look like on the fretboard. And this is one of the most tried and true ways of improving your blues improvisation, is mixing major and minor, two flavors working at once. Of course, this is the blues note, and you might have all played it before. The flat 5 or diminished 5th from the root. In the key of A, that would be E flat. This is one of the most talked about scales, so I'm not going to add too much to it, but you can certainly use it. It is the quintessential blues sound, and in the previous basic pattern, it will look like this. And the final note we're adding to the minor pentatonic scale is the major 6th. In the key of A, that note is F sharp. It has a more diatonic sound again, kind of veers towards Dorian and Mixolydian, and you can hear how it opens up the minor pentatonic scale to a brighter sound, very beautiful. And if I add it to the basic pattern, it will look like this. And this is the last note we're adding to the minor pentatonic scale to spice up our blues solos and improvisation. Now, if you look back at all the notes we've added in today's video, it's pretty amazing. You'll see that there's basically no empty frets. There's almost no note left that we can add, and we could have a whole video on each of these notes. And yet I think this will really get you started if you want to explore it further. As always, thank you very much for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, maybe give it a like. If you haven't joined us yet, please do subscribe, and I look forward to hearing in the comments below which one of these notes work best for you, which ones you're not so sure of, and I look forward to seeing you very soon in a new video.